Happy 2023. Thank you for coming to the YouTube channel. This is where I've set up a challenge for myself. I want to read 30 books in the new year. All right. Jack Burke, am new to reading and have only started in the last couple of years. And it's something I've really enjoyed, but I haven't necessarily made it a priority in my life. And so the idea is if I set up a goal of 30 books in 2023, then I will push myself to always be prioritizing picking up the book, right? Last year, my screen time was probably about, 700 million hours of scrolling. And so this year, I'd like to reduce that by picking up a book and reading it. The goals of the 30 in 2023 challenge are if I'm public about it, then I'll hold myself to it more, right? If I put an actual number on it, then that will push me to achieve it. I think that something I struggle with is if the idea is read more, then that doesn't really give me enough of a focus to try and accomplish something. So by saying I'm going to read 30 books in 2023, this will give me the chutzpah to push myself to actually accomplish it, because I don't want to let myself down, and also for anybody who watches this, I don't want them to get to September with me and be like, well, he has 18 books to go. That would be a problem. So I want to be a man of my word, right? So 30 books in 2023, let's go. I can do it. The other reason I want to accomplish this is because I just started reading so late in my 30s, right? And there's so much good material out there that I feel like I'm at a huge disadvantage, that I've missed out on about 15 years of good reading. And, that's at the pace I'm going, that's about 10 books a month or 10 books a year. Fuck, math is also a problem for me. So maybe next year it will be Jack learns multiplication in 2024. But I think that reading's been like a new exciting adventure for me. God damn, that's an embarrassing sentence. But honestly, it's been a new skill set for me, I guess. What's the word? A new hobby. I'm looking for the word hobby. I can't find the word hobby. It's been a new hobby for me that I've really enjoyed, and so I want to really focus in on it this year and get better at it. So this year, I'm going hog wild on these hoes. In these hoes, I mean books. I'm going hog wild on these books. I also think that one of the goals, like why I'm doing this, is I want to meet more people who like to read. I think it'd be fun if you are watching this and you set a goal and you tell me what your goal is, and you could check in and tell me where you're at, right? I think that would be like an enjoyable experience. I want to encourage more people to read by showing them that a friggin' idiot could do it too. Okay, the rules of the challenge. There's got to be rules in any sort of challenge, right? Otherwise, it can get chaotic. Number one rule: you can't quit on any book you start, right? This is an important rule for me because I feel like if I were to quit on a book like 15 pages in or 100 pages in, I might never read it again. That's a big fear of mine. So I feel as though I need to power through. If I don't power through, I won't succeed, right? When I was younger, I would start books for English class and stuff like that, but I would get bored really quickly and immediately give up, right? And so I'm hopeful that at 32 I can, just push myself through sort of the uncomfortable first 40 pages or 100 pages. And then by the end of it, I think I always end up grateful anyways that I finished the book no matter whether I liked it or not. Because even if I didn't like it, I still accomplished the goal of finishing the book. And sometimes disliking a book is fun. To be like, God, I fucking hated that book. That's a good time, and I'm sure that will happen along the way here. And rule number 2: no audiobooks. I can't do any audiobooks. Um, it's, to be honest, I just don't consider it reading. You're listening to a book on tape, right? And I think that's cool. Like, I'm not against audiobooks as a genre of entertainment, but I just don't buy into that as you read it. You didn't read it. You listened to it. And this is especially for my goal, right? I'm a slow reader. If I listen to the books on audio tape, then I'm not going to get any better at actually reading. The third rule for me, 2 of the books have to be nonfiction, right? So I read mostly fiction. Um, I've only read, I think, 1 nonfiction book. I think I'm kind of scared to get any books that are too dense. I think that I need to get into a couple more dense things this year. That sounds like I'm about to stick my finger in a cake. But I think that nonfiction is a challenge for me. And so within the challenge of 30 books for me, I want to double down and say I'm going to read 2 nonfiction books. And maybe you can help me pick up some of those because, I want to. That's also kind of the goal, is to open up this YouTube channel to, suggestions. I'm new to reading. You might be doing it a long time, or you might be new to reading as well. Tell me what you want to read. Tell me what you think I should read. And then sort of at the end of each book I read, I want to create like a little, I'll make like a little video about it, and I'll talk about, what I thought of the book, how easy it was to read, how, if I recommend it, things I liked about it, things I didn't like about it. So that's the challenge, 30 books in 2023. Why 30? Because that's about 2.5 books a month, and I think that actually is doable for me. So the first book of this challenge is going to be Rules of Civility, which was written by Immortals. I don't know. This is, again, my wife was like, oh, this guy wrote one of my favorite books. I think you'll like it. He wrote Gentleman in Moscow. I guess that's a really popular one. But yeah, Rules of Civility just started it. This is the first book of the new year. I'm excited about it. I've already finished 25 pages, which is pretty good for me. I'm looking forward to this journey with 30 in 2023. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you're interested in? Am I just speaking into the void? Because even if it's just a couple people, it'll be fun to talk books. So I hope you join me, and looking forward to 2023. Thank you.